Okay, so this is the supplement training for anyone who wants to have it here. This is the scope sheet that we made, but I do need, I'm going to need a few things before we start this process for you. And if you want to take a picture of this, just so you know what you need, these are the things I need. So we'll start here. I will say this is not me battling insurance for a full roof. So if you have a few shingles or they're only paying for valleys or whatever, that's not what this is for. That has to be done by you. This is the point of this is to make sure there's no money left on the table whenever we have a full insurance scope um, approved by the insurance company. So, we're going to go over some typical things that they leave out of their estimate and what I need to make sure we get those things paid for. That way, we have higher profit margins and everyone's getting paid more. So, we're going to start with the approved insurance estimate. Everyone knows what that is. That's going to be needed to be uploaded into Job Nimbus. Okay. The 8 hover style photos. If you don't know what that is, we're not taking the hover. We just need those style photos. So I need to see at least the front right corner, right, this. So all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All those photos. Now, if you have some sort of roof that's, got all kind of craziness here, there, Johnson County especially, style roofs that are, you know, crazy looking. Take your photo further out, not super close. That way I can kind of see what's going on. Anyways, we'll move on. So we need that. The insurance estimate, 8 hover style photos, bare minimum. Let's talk about this, the scope sheet and the photos that have to be documented for the scope sheet. So we'll go back here. Typical missed things. We'll talk about just a few of them, but let's say that they missed that the gutters need to be detached and reset. Why do they need to be detached and reset? Well, right here. They're drilled through the drip edge. So for some reason they're not replacing the gutters already. This is something we need to supplement for, because to replace this drip edge, obviously we need to detach and reset it, the gutters, because it's through the drip edge. So that's a very typical one. A key picture. This is a key picture that we're gonna need uploaded into Company Cam. That way I can upload a picture and the supplement line item and put that in the reports. We can't just say it was there and don't prove it. So same thing for, let's go back to the scope sheet. So a drip edge, gutters, were they 5 or 6 inch? If we don't have a measurement, and let's say that there was 6 inch on the house, and we don't have a measurement of it being 6 inch uploaded in the company cam, we're screwed. Especially if they put, if they put 5 inch back on accident, yeah, we're screwed because we don't have a picture. And if our guy already went out there and replaced with 6 inch, and we don't have any, or with, if we don't have proof on the front end of the claim that there was no 6 inch, we can't get it bought. Okay, that's just is what it is. A couple other little things. These little guys. When you go out do your initial inspection, just get these photos real quick. That way we have them. We'll splash guards. We need to know how many of those get lift out. They're like 20, $30 or something. Kick out diverters, same thing. Like right here, coming off to divert the water away from the bottom of the siding right there. Kind of look like this. Most of the time, it's going to look like something like that, or right here. Um, Huge one, ice and water shield. We need to have the measurement. So if the gutter is right here, we need the measurement from right here to right here. I need you to take a picture of you measuring it with a measuring tape, upload it into Company Cam, and write it right. Where is it at? Eve overhang. Picture needed. Pictures should be needed for all this stuff. A pitch gauge too. I think we had someone who ran into recently where the pitch was off, and they said it was a lower slope. It was actually a steeper slope. So if we get a pitch gauge picture into Company Cam as well, that'll help out for that sort of thing. 2-story, obviously, just showing that the house is 2 stories. Was there gutter screens? that sort of thing. There's a lot of other stuff on here that you may or may not use. This, if you just fill this out while you're out there, it might take an extra 10 minutes, but it's going to help save a lot of time on the back end, and you're not going to have to go back out there 1,000 times. So at the bottom of this, there's a statement signing saying that you did this, this, and this. Includes a minimum of 8 hover photos, roof report, insurance estimate, and the scope sheet, signed with the accompanying photos. So, I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but we're not gonna like play this game where it's like back and forth. Like, hey, you want a supplement for 10 kick out diverters or ice and water shield, but we don't have a picture. I don't know how much we need. Like, you're not gonna send this to me and then I have to message you back and say, hey, I need you to get a picture of this. Oh, you give the picture. No, I need to go get this. This should alleviate all that. If you take your measurement of this, you write 5 or 6, circle it, and then take a picture and put it in the company cam. We shouldn't have any problems. But if for some reason you did not get a photo of it, I cannot supplement for it. And if you sign the sheet at the bottom, what we have pictures of and what you wrote down is what we're going to be able to supplement for, and that's going to be it. So there is that. Let me think here. As far as when we should be invoking this process, I think it's the best time. So you want to obviously make sure that you have all your photos before, because when the guys go out there and start tearing stuff off, especially gutters, if we're replacing them, for instance, and they already, took the 6-inch gutters, threw them away, we never got a measurement, we have no proof, and now we're eating the cost of 6-inch gutters because they only gave us 5. So same thing with ice and water shield, or like during the tear off of the roof when we're putting the roof on, we can see that there's, for instance, 2 layers of felt, or there's ice and water in the valleys, or valley metal that we didn't see before, or 2 rows of ice and water shield. Typically, Caesar and the guys will take pictures. The roofing crews will take pictures during tear off, so we can see that. So it would kind of be best for it to be done then, when the roof was torn off. We have all the pictures, accompanying photos. Then we need to do the supplement, because doing a supplement before the roof is on is going to cost you $150 for the supplement, and then we have to supplement again. It's going to be another $150. That's just the flat fee for it. So it's best to probably supplement if you have all your pictures when the roof has been torn off and we're putting it back on. So there's some other stuff like head wall flashing or counter flashing, step flashing. That's all stuff that insurance typically leaves off. And let's see here. I literally would just need a picture like something like this, showing that there's flashing there because that needs replaced. Make sure we're getting pictures like this. Obviously, it's going to be tucked under the siding, and you probably won't see it like that. Sometimes it might be like that, but let's see. If it's like vinyl or wood siding, you'll see it underneath. So you got to get over here and get that picture. I can't supplement for that. See, all this little stuff, it just adds up. And we're talking, little stuff like this, and the stinking splash guards and the kick out diverters. At the end of the day, we're talking maybe $1,000, and then that could be, a few $100s extra in your pocket. So it's worth it just to take these photos, get a good photo report whenever or get all your photos in company cam. That way we're not leaving money on the table. So that's pretty much it. If you do have any questions, feel free to text me or call me. I'm sure I probably am leaving a few things out. I know we did have a meeting last week, and some things came up as far as like siding questions and shingle type and this and that. If you have a question about something, before you have a supplement, just feel free to call me and ask me. I might have some sort of answer for you, or be able to point you in the right direction as far as something we can supplement for, or we are wasting our time. So another huge thing before we end this is Some stuff will get denied because of coverage issues. If the homeowner does not have ice and water shield present and they do not have code upgrade coverage, then insurance is not going to cover it no matter what we say. So that's going to be a cost. As trusted, we are putting ice and water on no matter what because it's the right thing to do and part of the warranties and whatnot. So that's one of those things where we'll have to eat the cost if they do not have the code upgrade coverage. But it's why it's good to know if it was there beforehand, because that's the justification we need to get things paid for. So, like I said, if you need anything from me or have any questions, feel free to text me and reach out 913-271-0796 or message me on GroupMe. All right. Thank you.